Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. Blessed Lily here. Welcome to another wax reading where we're going to be taking a look at the hints, tips and any other information that the universe wants you to know at this particular moment when it comes to how will you know that this person is your future spouse? How will you recognize your future spouse? Before we begin with the wax reading, I do want to do a little bit of an energy check-in so you guys can make sure that this reading is for you. Okay, so relax, don't think about anything whatsoever. Let's see. Okay, so you guys are somebody who find things difficult to delegate. Might be a little bit of a control issue that's coming through over here, where you guys like to control and oversee a lot of things. You are somebody who is very persistent, resilient. It could be that sometimes you don't feel tired until your body starts to ache. And some of you, maybe you're getting close to that energy of, oh my God, I'm going to pass out. And only then do you take a much, much needed break. Yeah. And this particular moment in your life, it feels like you have a lot of things to deal with at work, at home. Some of you might even be going to the gym. I'm also seeing, this might be a little bit sad now. So I'm giving you a big, big hug. But it kind of feels like I'm getting this energy of a scapegoat over here. Yeah. That you guys were always the one who had to deal with a lot of things that a lot of people didn't have to deal with. And people were blaming you for things that you didn't do, that you didn't even think about doing. But yeah. But look at how amazing you turned out despite all of that. See, you managed to stay strong, to stay resilient. I'm getting a lot of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and I'm getting somebody who's passionate and somebody who I want to see is unbreakable. Yeah? I mean, you break down for a little bit and then you pick yourself back up and you're like, F it. I'm moving towards my goal. I'm going for it, There's this energy of lion or lioness within you. Also, I'm getting you being very talented, you having that witchy vibe, yeah? And when you want to, you can convince a lot of people of a lot of things. You have a gift of charisma, of charm, whether you know it or not. And there's something very spicy about you as well. So, amazing intuition. You don't tell a lot of things to a lot of people. You tend to keep things to yourself, mostly. And it's as if the universe speaks to you guys. You could also be into tarot readings yourself. You could be somebody who's a medium. You could be channeling energy. You could be seeing dreams that are incredibly vivid and give you a lot of information. But the High Priestess, she is wow. You are a mystery to a lot of people. A lot of people look at you and they don't even know 3/4 of your story. But they would like to. And I'm also hearing that, a lot of you, my darlings, you're being judged. You're being misunderstood. But I like your attitude over here. Most of the time, you don't give a flying monkey. Might have had to leave your home. Might have had to be in a country where there were horrible things going on. Might have been in an environment where there were horrible things going on. You might have seen a lot of historic events that you probably didn't want to see. You didn't want to be a part of them. I'm getting forced to leave, forced to wander. Maybe not necessarily feeling like you have a home. For some of you, literally, maybe not having a home. Maybe having to relocate a lot, having to deal with a lot of bureaucratic stuff, having to deal with a lot of backstabbing over here. My God, guys, it's as if, if they were to make a movie from your life, it would be a blockbuster. And it would be very inspirational. Through all of this, you keep on going. Through all of this, you keep on going. And a lot of people look up to you. Look up to you. Look for your guidance. But you have a special rapport with your spiritual team, with the universe, even if sometimes you are screaming at them and telling them like, are my guides guiding me, or are they just enjoying the drama? Like, what the hell is going on over here? The Two of Cups, some of you might be divorced or separated. I'm not seeing a happy union over here, to be quite honest with you. They're showing me that you were happy at one point or another. But at this particular time, maybe you're more skeptical about relationships, you're more realistic about relationship. But I like the fact that despite being wounded over here, you're not losing hope. You keep on pushing forwards. Oh my god, guys, honestly. They could power up a whole city with your will and desire to succeed, to move forwards, to achieve something beautiful. Okay, if that sounds like you, my dears, keep on watching. Because now we're going to be talking with the universe through the power of this wax. And seeing what you guys need to know when it comes to your future spouse. Yeah? How will you know it's them? How will you recognize them? Straight away, they're telling me your future spouse is at a distance at this particular moment. Number 3 is coming through, is important. So 23, 33, 43 will have some sort of 3 in their age or the year that they were born. March could be coming through, being born on the 3rd of a particular month, or you guys could be meeting on the 3rd or have already met on the 3rd for some of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is also coming through. So 35, 53. This also could be a house number. This could be loads of things. Basically, watch out for those numbers. Okay, let me see what comes through over here. It's as if like there's some sort of chakra energy that's coming through, guys. A lot of you had or might still have issues with your base chakra. That person, they're telling me they're going to be able to tame you in the best possible ways, yeah? They're going to be able to handle maybe your okay, how do I put it? Let's just be honest, guys. Sometimes it can be hard to handle, yeah? With your ambition, with your sensual energy, with your sexual energy, because I'm seeing a lot of people over here that I wouldn't say that you are in this energy of cups, very chill. No. You are go-getters. You can be very opinionated, but they're going to be able to handle it, you know? I'm sure you, my darlings, who are watching, you've heard somebody say to you many times, oh, you're too much, you're too loud, you're too ambitious, you're too opinionated, you're too whatever. Your future spouse is going to be able to handle it. Absolutely. Coming through with a gift. It's as if you know this person when you meet. They're not going to come in empty-handed. They're going to come in with something. You know? Whether it's flour or it's some sort of candy or it's some sort of gift or it's some sort of treat. It doesn't matter, male or female, you know? They're bringing something. Maybe even a little, I don't know, pebble. If you like pebbles or if you like crystals, they'll bring something as a little token. The person is most likely going to be taller than you are if it's a man. If it's a woman, she's going to be shorter, yeah? But it's something about overseeing something And you might meet, or you might have already met, if you're going to be like, oh my god, Marshili, I know exactly who it is, on a day when you weren't feeling particularly inspired. Yeah? So it's kind of like we have the silhouette over here and just kind of looking down, like thinking, oh my god, what the hell is the point of all of this? For my lovely ladies, when you meet your future spouse, you might be wearing a dress. Might be wearing a dress, and you might be on some sort of holiday because they're showing me a sun hat over here. Maybe you'll be exhausted from the heat. Now, what I'm saying is that you guys might get a little bit confused because with your future spouse, it's as if they're bringing somebody else. A friend, a brother, a cousin, a young-looking parent, if you're into that. You know, sometimes we're at that age where we could date the father and we could date the son as well. And for my guys as well, yeah, the same thing. Anyways, it's as if somebody else is coming through, and and because they're going to be so alike, you'll be like, okay, which one is it then? Which one is it? You know which one it is. Okay, guys, there's something about somebody looking down. Honestly, it's. I'm going to try and explain. Give me a second, because they keep showing me silhouettes of somebody looking a little bit down. So it's either that your future spouse is very tall, and they kind of have to look down on you, you know, to see your face. Or they just might be walking around. You know, some people they walk around, they look in front of you, and some people they just kind of walk around and they look under their feet. Okay, so they're showing me strawberries. So it might be that you meet during strawberry season. For some of you, strawberry full moon is coming through is important. You can look up when it's happening. And just, you know, like this love for the strawberries. Something about strawberries that's coming through. They're showing me a ring that looks, it's not an ordinary ring. It's either like a rubber band ring, or it has some sort of writing on it, or it has like a significant meaning. Like this person is going to have either a ring or a bracelet of some sort, because they're showing me the hand. But it's not going to be like something generic. It's going to be something that has a meaning. If you guys are into tattoos and you want your future spouse to have a tattoo, you're envisioning them to have a tattoo, I'm seeing a tattoo that has something to do with stars and some sort of letter or symbol. And again, it's like it has meaning to them. Your person might be working out, but you know what they're showing me? They're showing me push-ups. Push-ups or like lifting weights, but it's something where the person is horizontal. Could be things like yoga as well, if we're talking about ladies. But for men, mostly, I don't know, it's not so much about running, you know, cardio, no, not so much. It's more about push-ups, it's more about strength. Letter V is coming through, letter P is coming through. And again, for some reason, they're giving me pi, which is 3.14, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, something about threes. Once more is being shown. A bird. So this again could be a tattoo of a bird. You might be seeing a lot of birds on the day that you're going to be meeting your future spouse or interacting with him or her. There's something about bird, and maybe they will remind you of a bird. I don't know, like a proud bird of some sort. Feather. Feathers are coming through. Something about eyes, like very, very beautiful eyes. Now, obviously, because this is a general reading, guys, I can't tell you specifically the color of the eyes or whatever, but there's something about like mesmerizing about the eyes. Mesmerizing about the eyes. Let me see what else comes through. Letter A is also coming through. I keep hearing some sort of sound, you know, like an elevator. When it comes, it makes a sound. And there's something about this sound. Keeps on coming through. Nice teeth. I don't know. They're showing me the alligator. And they're telling me like a very, very nice teeth. So beautiful smile. Show me more. How will you know it's your person? Literally, they're showing me the ghost. They're saying no ghosting. No ghosting whatsoever. The person, it's like, you know, the person's quite transparent. So they're not going to be, you know, when you ask them something, you ask them a question, they give you an answer. Like they're going to be very, very open and honest with you about a lot of things. Libra energy is coming through. Might be a little bit clumsy, especially on the first couple of days. They're showing me like she's spilling something. Might be a little bit clumsy, and they're going to be like, oh my god, I'm sorry. And you'll be like, that's cool, that's okay. Everything is alright. Okay, tennis is coming through. Might be playing tennis, interested in tennis. You know, for some of you it's quite interesting because they're showing me the symbol of an umbrella. So it might have something to do with an umbrella. You might meet this person when they have an umbrella, but there's something about an umbrella that's coming through, guys. It's going to mean different things to a lot of you, but I'm just here to give you the hints. Saying pay attention. Pay attention to the umbrella, and this is also a very protective person, you know? Protective, considerate. Might have something to do with trees, guys. Coming from a place where there's a lot of trees, being very drawn to the forest, maybe even working with wood, yeah? But there's something about trees. It's definitely coming through. I want to say liking fresh fruit, liking like fresh produce. Overall, just the whole vibe of this person, it's like, doesn't like artificial things. Likes things that are natural and likes things that are simple. So even, you know, if it's somebody who drinks cocktails, it's a very simple cocktail, yeah? They're very much about simplicity. Okay, might, this is interesting, because they're showing me Harry Potter, and they're showing me, oh god, I hope I'm not going to offend anybody here. Is his name Darth Vader? From, is it Star Wars? So it might be favorite movies. Creed's assassin is coming through. Oh my god. Okay. Assassin's Creed. I don't know, guys. I'm just channeling over here, honestly. Okay, let me see how else you will know that this is your person. I love how this turns random very quickly. Cancer energy is coming through. How will you know it's your future spouse? They're telling me that they will say a phrase that you haven't heard from anybody but yourself. Like the phrase you always thought that this was your phrase. Something that you always say, and this person repeats it word by word, and you'll be like, what? What did you just say? This is quite interesting. This ain't telling me like spilling something. Okay, this person might like, there's this energy of variety, yeah? They like simplicity, but they also like this energy of variety. So, this could be a tapas person, this could be somebody who enjoys kind of trying out different things. And, you go to the restaurant, you go somewhere to eat. They might kind of get a couple of options just to try. Might be collecting watches over here. Watches, they're showing me either with there's something about leather bands as well. And it might have, like, there's something about color green. Like, I'm seeing brown and I'm seeing green. This lovely, nice, rich green color. When this person was younger, he might have had some sort of difficult, like a complication of something that was that we all been through, yeah. Like when we're young, a lot of us would get the chicken pox or all of those things, all of those pleasures of being a child. But he had some sort of complication, or she. Mm-hmm. A strong connection to some sort of sports when this person was younger. Maybe having played something professionally or semi-professionally. Winks a lot. Interesting. Winks. Winks and smiles very nicely. When this person talks, there might be a lot of gesticulation with the hands. With the hands, facial expressions, they're showing me they're very alive. So this is not somebody who's just like sits there and doesn't move and just talks in a very monotonous tone and you just sit there and listen. No. This is somebody I want to say who feels very much alive. Again, they're showing me having a sister, having a brother, somebody who looks very much like him or her. Give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to see what they're trying to show me here. Might really like shrimps. Might have a dog over here. You might have a dog. This person is a dog lover. A dog lover for sure. Might be talking to you about their first dog, the dog they really loved. How will you know? How will you know? Show me that this is your person. You'll be getting a lot of signs, and for some reason they're showing me a compass. Something that has to do with a compass. Again, this could be a compass tattoo. This could be something that has to do with their watch. It has something to do with a compass direction. Something that has to do with direction. But you will feel very peaceful with this person, you know? Great sense of humor. How noisy are my neighbors? I'm so sorry, guys. And they might have something on their back, a birthmark, a tattoo, like a large mole maybe, but there's something on their back. Okay. So they either come from a country that has red or black on their flag. This is not going to be for everybody, guys, but for some of you, I have to say it. Or they support some sort of team that has those colors, red and black. For some of you, an ex-smoker, yeah? Used to smoke. Might like old style music. I keep hearing that song, We All Live in a Yellow Submarine, for whatever reason. I might like jazz as well, but something, like old school. Like swimming. Swimming, maybe fishing or diving, scuba diving. But there's something about the fish over here for sure. Looking for his mermaid. The nose might be quite, well, I wouldn't say quite large, but it kind of stands out over here. We want to say your name maybe more often than, I don't know how to put it. We'll keep on saying your name quite often. We'll like your name, yeah? Be like, oh, that's a really nice name. And we'll say it, a couple of times. Anything else that you need to know? Let me see. I'm close, I exist, believe in me. Okay. All right, my darlings. It was a little bit of a channeled message. Just needed you to keep the faith going. I hope you enjoyed this reading, guys. I hope it resonated. If you're up for a personal reading, all you have to do is send me an email. The email is in the description box below this video. Do check it out. And of course, do check my Patreon page out as well. Over 200 exclusive videos, additional discounts on personal reads, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye.